All right, so in here we want to populate the settings with actual settings from the database. Okay, so to do that, let's go to our folder and let's open api.php. And by the way, I like to see my file extensions. Hide file extensions. There we go. Okay, so we've opened api.php, and the reason here is I want to see that if we are logged in, then session user ID is going to contain the ID of the user that is actually clicking here, and that's the ID we want to read from the database. Okay, so if I go to the database here, we have user IDs here which are there, so that will identify the user. So let me copy that, and then I'm going to go to the settings.php. Now this is the one that is in the includes folder, the one that is returning the settings, the settings data here. That's this one in the includes folder. Settings, there we go. So I want this one, and I want to ask for some data at the top here before we do this, so that I can populate some of this stuff. So to do that is very easy, because we have the db variable available. So db read, since we are going to read, and then we're going to supply our SQL or the query, and then of course we're going to supply an empty array. Okay, however, if we have user ID, for example, we could say user ID, we could supply it there so that it's sanitized, because we are using prepared statements after all. So I'm going to say user ID like this, put an arrow and say session user ID like so. Okay, maybe to simplify that, I'm just going to say ID is equal to, there we go, something like this, and then so I can put ID here instead. It will look much neater. Okay, so since ID is actually a number, I will leave it there and not put the quotes. So user ID there, read, and then let's put our value. I'm just going to call it data is equal to that. Okay, so we must check first of all if data is actually okay, if something was actually returned. So I'm going to say if is array, oops, what did I just do? If is array data, it means we are good to go. And so if that's true, because it's going to return an array, but we just want that first item in that array. So what we will do is I'm simply going to convert data and say data is equal to data 0, something like this. This is just saying data is equal to whatever the first item is that was returned, because we just want that one item. Well and good. So obviously data is going to be this. Now I do want my data to be equal to something, even though we don't get a reply. So what I will do is just go up here and just to avoid errors, and I'm going to set it to an empty string like this. Since we're going to put everything here in this array, everything down here, so the reason I'm putting this is just in case we don't get to this part, I'll still have my data declared here, because I will need to use it down here right there. So I don't want this to throw an error in case my data doesn't exist. So what I will do is just put a closing tag right here. So I'm closing for this if statement at the top, which is this one. So I will remove that one because I've replaced it with the one at the bottom, and do that. Great. Now I want to tab everything down here so that we can clearly see that it's inside here. Oops, too much data in here, but you get the point. Okay, so don't forget that there's a comma here. There's an inverted comma like that. Okay, great. Remove that here, something like that. Okay, so if this is an array, then let's do this, and now we have data available for us to use. So if I go down here, I'm going to copy that data. I go down here where there is where is this? Okay, so we have an image section here, and let me look at the gender. And then, okay, so let's put the obvious ones, of course. So here with username and email, let me put a space, and then I'm going to say value is equal to like this. And then now, like I said previously, because we are using single quotes on the outside of this string, because this whole thing counts as one string, and since we are using single quotes here, it means our data will not evaluate if we simply put the variables here. So we have to escape out of this string by putting a single quote, then dot dot another single quote like that, and then in between the dots here I'm going to put my variable like so. So I'm going to say data, so this is just concatenating to the string, data arrow, and this one is username and the other one is email. So let's refresh the day. Oh, sorry, before we rush to see what's going on, we need to create an SQL here because otherwise we have an error here. So let me create an SQL. SQL is equal to select all from users where user ID is equal to, yeah, we're going to say ID like so. Limit 1, just so it can stop searching once it finds that one result. So here we are putting the placeholder for the prepared statement as usual, and that and that. Okay, so we should get some result here. User ID. Okay, that looks good enough. So let me click here and see if we get something, and behold, we don't get anything. Surprise, surprise. So of course we have an error, that's why we're not getting anything there. And let me try to figure out what the error is without going back there. Let me just try to put some quotes over here. I don't know if that could be it. Okay, so this is an array, user ID. Oh, I see what's happening here. So what's going on is that I used ID here and I'm setting this to user ID. So let me simply, for clarity's sake, I think let me use user ID here as well, just to match this one instead of putting ID there. So let me say user ID. Maybe that will solve the problem. Ah, there we go. Excellent. So now we have our name there and we have our email, but we need to know what gender we are, and we need to have our password there as well. So that, let's begin with password. So what I will do is go to here where I've already created a value and simply copy all of this, and then I'm going to come here where there is password and simply paste it there. Boop. Password, and I'm simply going to repeat the password like this, but of course here we're going to see some dots like this. Maybe for security reasons this is fine, but if we want the user to be able to see what the password is, we have to change the type of text here from password to text and text. So normally what would happen is, in a very robust situation, is that the password will be hidden, of course. It will have those dots as was seen there. And then you would have to click on a button, a different button here, to bring up a pop-up where you enter your password to change it. So you enter your password there, and then you confirm with the old password and put it here. But for the sake of simplifying the tutorial, we're just going to leave it this way. If in future I feel like we can do better here, I will do better. But for now, we just leave it like this so that we can easily change all the settings here. Okay, so the remaining thing is the gender. Now the gender, the reason I have not put it there is because it requires an if statement. Because remember, we are not putting a value simply the way we are doing on the text here. What we are doing is we are asking, is the value this one? Then we check this one. We put a check mark there. If it's this one, then we will put the check mark here instead. Okay, so let's create that if statement right away. And also the image requires an if statement. So I think we can begin with the image if statement because it's going to be easier. And that's because we already have the logic set up where in contacts, right? So if I go back to contacts, there's this section right here where we were setting the image to something, and then or else we set it to this. So this is exactly the logic that we need. So I'm going to copy this, and that's contact.php, and go to settings.php, and I'm simply going to do that in here. I'll put that logic here. I will put a comment and say check if image exists. You know, I forget to write comments everywhere here, which is very bad practice. As a developer, you have to be writing comments as much as you can so that you can remind yourself what you were doing when you come to check your code in the future. So I can simply get image here and replace where there is an image down here. So I think I went too far. Where is this image? Right there. Boop. But remember, we are using single quotes on the outside, so this is not going to work. I have to put quotes like that, and then to get out of the string, and then concatenate here and concatenate there. So you won't probably see a difference. Oops. So maybe there is a difference after all. What did I do wrong? Source. Okay, let me come up here. Maybe in this logic we are missing something. Oh, of course. Instead of data, I used raw, so let me copy data instead, because this variable is unknown. So let me do that, replace with data. That should solve the problem. Click and